Hey everyone, welcome to our journey through the ancient wonders of the world. Today, let's dive into the fascinating world of the Egyptian pyramids. These structures are some of the most iconic and recognizable buildings ever constructed. These massive monuments have stood the test of time, existing for thousands of years. They showcase the incredible intelligence and craftsmanship of the ancient Egyptians. Even today, they continue to captivate us, offering a glimpse into a civilization that thrived millennia ago. The most renowned pyramids are located near Cairo in a place known as Giza. This is where you'll find the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Built by Pharaoh Khufu, this colossal structure is the largest pyramid in Egypt, but Giza is just the beginning of our exploration. Over 100 pyramids have been discovered throughout Egypt, each with its own story. These pyramids reflect the immense power and ambition of the pharaohs who commissioned them. They weren't merely tombs, they were grand symbols of the pharaoh's divine right to rule, pointing to the heavens. By studying these pyramids, we uncover secrets from the ancient past. We gain insights into ancient Egyptian religious beliefs, their advanced mathematical and astronomical knowledge, and their remarkable engineering skills that continue to amaze us to this day. The Egyptian pyramids had a big job. They were giant tombs for the pharaohs and their queens. These monumental structures were not just architectural marvels, but also served as a testament to the grandeur and power of the rulers who commissioned them. Ancient Egyptians believed in life after death. They thought that the soul would continue to exist in another realm, and thus the preservation of the body and the provision of goods for the afterlife were of utmost importance. They thought death was just moving to a new place. This belief influenced their burial practices and the elaborate preparations they made for the journey to the afterlife. They believed the pharaoh was like a messenger between the gods and the people, so he needed a really nice and safe tomb to get to the afterlife. The tombs were designed to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage and to protect his body and belongings. Inside, archaeologists have found secret hallways, hidden rooms, and cool stuff buried with the pharaohs. These discoveries have provided invaluable insights into the lives and beliefs of ancient Egyptians. These things, from everyday stuff to fancy jewels and gold, were supposed to go with the pharaoh to the afterlife, so he'd have everything he needed. The items ranged from practical tools to luxurious treasures, all meant to ensure a comfortable existence in the next world. The most important room was the burial chamber, where the pharaoh's mummy was put in a sarcophagus. That's like a special coffin. This chamber was the heart of the tomb, meticulously decorated and sealed to protect the pharaoh's remains. The walls were covered with carvings and paintings that told stories from Egyptian myths and the pharaoh's life. These artistic depictions were believed to help guide the pharaoh in the afterlife. These tombs were meant to be secret. The hidden entrances and complex designs were intended to deter grave robbers and protect the treasures within. They had fake doors, hallways that went nowhere, and hidden passages to stop robbers. These clever designs were part of the ancient Egyptians' efforts to safeguard their sacred spaces, but lots of pyramids were robbed anyway, and their treasures were lost. Despite their best efforts, many tombs fell victim to looters, and much of their wealth was taken. Building the pyramids was a huge job, an undertaking of monumental proportions. It took thousands of skilled workers many years working tirelessly day and night. We don't know exactly how they did it, but we have a pretty good idea based on archaeological findings and historical records. First, they cut big blocks of stone, mostly limestone and granite, from nearby areas using simple yet effective tools. These blocks, each weighing several tons, were moved to the pyramid site using sleds, rollers, and lots of people, showcasing their incredible teamwork. Then, the huge blocks were carefully lifted and put in place with precision and care. They probably used ramps at the beginning, but how they lifted the really heavy stones to the top is still a mystery that baffles experts. Maybe they used ramps inside, levers, or even cranes and pulleys, combining various techniques to achieve their goal. The last step was covering the pyramid with smooth white limestone, which gave it a brilliant gleaming appearance. These stones, often brought from across the Nile River, were put together perfectly, which still amazes builders today with their precision and craftsmanship. One of the coolest things about the pyramids is how precise they are. The Egyptians were great at geometry and astronomy, and they used that knowledge to build the pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is almost perfectly lined up with north, south, east, and west. Less than 0.05 degrees off. That means they knew a lot about astronomy and used the stars to help them build. The pyramids also use cool math. The Great Pyramid's height compared to its base is almost exactly pi. Was that on purpose? We don't know. These perfect measurements and alignments make some people think the pyramids were meant to line up with the stars or even be a giant sundial. The pyramids weren't just tombs. They were symbols of power, religion, and the pharaoh's connection to the universe. They were huge and showed everyone how powerful the pharaoh was and how great Egypt was. The pyramid shape itself probably meant something too. The sloping sides might be the sun's rays, and the pointy top might be the pharaoh going up to heaven to be with the sun god Ra. The inside walls of many pyramids have hieroglyphics, carvings, and paintings. These tell us about ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife, their stories, and what the pharaoh did. A common theme is the pharaoh's soul going through the underworld, facing challenges, and finally reaching the afterlife and living forever. The pyramids are still mysterious, and there are lots of myths and legends about them. Some are just stories, but there are cool, true facts too. Did you know the Great Pyramid was once covered in smooth, white limestone? These stones made it shine, but they were later taken off and used for other buildings. Another cool fact, the temperature inside the pyramid stays about the same all year round, around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is because the stone keeps the temperature steady inside. Building the pyramids was a huge job, but the workers weren't slaves. They were skilled and paid for their work, and they were proud of what they built. The Egyptian pyramids show how smart, skilled, and ambitious one of the world's oldest civilizations was. They give us a look into a time when pharaohs were like gods, and the afterlife was really important. These huge buildings have lasted for thousands of years. People from all over the world are still amazed by them. They remind us how creative people can be and how interesting the past is. As we study the pyramids, we learn new secrets and understand more about this ancient civilization. Every discovery helps us learn more about what they knew, what they believed, and the amazing things they did. The pyramids are a lasting symbol of ancient Egypt, their cleverness, and their important place in history.